Chosen one. A new level requires a new you. You are blessed. This message is not just a revelation, it's a spiritual turning point. It is an invitation to step into alignment with the version of yourself that was always meant to walk at higher altitudes. You are not the same person who began the journey, and you are not supposed to be. Every lesson, every struggle, every moment of silence, every tear you wiped, in secret was all preparing you for now. Something has shifted in the heavens, and it has your name on it. But to receive the fullness of it, a transformation must occur. Watch this video until the end. This moment is charged with divine confirmation as you listen. Type your warmest wishes and the number 99 in the comments to signal to the universe that you are aligned, ready, and vibrating at the frequency of your next level. Your energy matters. Your belief counts. You are activating something when you do this. Yes, you are energizing the unseen forces that have been waiting on your agreement. Now, chosen one like this, video subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. The you that is required for the next season of favor, wealth, peace and purpose is not just a better version of who you were. It is a completely renewed creation. New levels, demand, a refined mindset, not recycled thinking, not familiar reactions, not the same insecurities wearing a different name. The version of you that's going to walk in divine abundance must release the version of you that was comfortable in survival mode, because survival can't walk in dominion. Scarcity can't coexist with overflow. Self-doubt cannot carry authority. Chosen one, it is no longer about proving yourself to people who cannot see you. It is not about begging to be understood, nor seeking validation from those who were never assigned to support you. This next chapter is about divine vision, inner mastery, sacred boundaries, and spiritual strength. It's about developing new habits that match your new elevation. You're not stepping into the old room with a new title. You're being called into an entirely different dimension. The doors being opened for you cannot be unlocked with the keys of your past. You must be willing to become the you that is worthy of what's coming. And that requires deep transformation. You must become emotionally disciplined. You must begin speaking with intention. You must protect your peace, like your destiny depends on it, because it does. Your mind is the gate to your realm. What you think, what you believe, what you repeat to yourself, it all becomes the structure of your life. And in this new level, you don't have room for the old programming. You must choose your thoughts, like a warrior chooses their armor. This is not the time to indulge fear. This is not the hour to entertain smallness. This is the hour of your becoming everything that tried to hold you back, every limitation that tried to bind you, every voice that tried to silence your power. They were only there to awaken the fire inside you, and now that fire is not just a spark, it is a blaze, and it's lighting the path forward. But here's the truth, the path is new. You've never been here before, you've never had this kind of clarity, this kind of inner alignment, this level of divine backing. You're being guided, but also tested. Will you cling to what's familiar, or will you surrender to your becoming? There will be moments when your old self tries to argue with your new self. That's okay. Don't fear the conflict. That's transformation. That's what happens when a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. It must wrestle with itself in the cocoon, and you chosen one have been cocooned long enough. This is your emergent season, but emergence doesn't just happen. It is chosen. You must say yes. Yes to the unfamiliar. Yes to the upgrade. Yes to the life you've only dreamed of. Yes to the bold, magnetic, powerful, healed, anointed version of you that's been hidden beneath the weight of old seasons. The universe isn't punishing you when it asks for more. It's promoting you. It's saying, I have seen what you've survived. Now let me show you what you're destined for. But it needs your cooperation. A new level always costs the old. You let that sink in. Every elevation demands an exit from the former self. You cannot remain in the same skin, the same rhythm, the same thinking, and expect divine transformation to flow. You have to release the lesser to receive the greater. You have to die to fear so that faith can live fully in you. You are no longer who you used to be. And that's a blessing. Don't mourn the old version. Honor it, thank it for its service, but then release it. The version of you that doubted, hesitated, people-pleased, and feared the spotlight. It served its purpose, but the one rising now is bold, elevated, aligned, wealth-minded, purpose-driven, royal. The new you is not confused about their identity. The new you is not apologizing for your calling. The new you is not entertaining distractions disguised as comfort. You are being divinely shaped to rule where you once crawled. Your voice will echo in rooms that once ignored you. Your name will be spoken in circles that once overlooked you, but only if you choose to walk as the new you. Because it is not enough to be called. You must also become. You're not a prisoner of the past. You're a pioneer of the future. You're not a product of pain. You're a vessel of power. You're not stuck. You're being stretched into greatness. Yes, the stretching can feel like breaking, but it's not breaking, it's building. God is enlarging your capacity. He is sculpting you to carry more, hold more, release more. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. The new you must be disciplined in your emotions, focused in your purpose, and grounded in truth. There's no more space for distractions, no more room for the opinions of people who don't know your mission. This is your alignment season, and it demands maturity. You are not in a waiting room anymore. You are in a birthing room, and birth is loud, it's messy, it's painful, but it delivers life. And that's what's happening for you. Now, life is being born from your obedience, your courage, and your willingness to be made new. This is the time to uproot every lie that says you're not ready. You are ready. You are called, you are chosen, and now you are rising into your next divine assignment. This next level is not for the version of you that's unsure about their worth. You are not walking into this season to figure it out. You're walking in to own it. There is a certainty required, a divine confidence that says, I belong here. I was built for this, I am chosen for now. And that confidence doesn't come from ego, it comes from alignment. It is the fruit of walking in truth. It comes from knowing that every struggle shaped you, every delay trained you, and every detour taught you something sacred about yourself. Let that truth liberate you. Let it strip away the illusions of unworthiness. Because if God is elevating you, there is no force that can revoke it. But hear this, closely chosen one. If you stay in the mentality of your past, you will sabotage your breakthrough. The new level requires discipline. It demands clarity. It insists on intentionality. You cannot take the energy of hesitation into rooms built for legacy. You must leave behind the survival patterns, the trauma responses, the over-explaining, and the self-sabotage. A new version of you must take the lead now. And that version is healed, not perfect, but present. Not flawless, but faithful. Not fearless, but brave. That version of you wakes up with purpose, speaks with intention, loves without fear, and protects their vision like sacred fire. This is the version of you that isn't asking permission to shine. You are owning the glow that was divinely placed on your life. You are not hoping for change. You are becoming it. But you must be willing to stand in the space between who you were and who you are becoming. And that space, it's not easy, it's uncomfortable. It's where people start falling off. It's where the old temptations show up again just to see if you're serious. It's where you get triggered, tested, and tried. But it's also where transformation ignites, where the muscles of your spirit are forged, where your divine character is refined. The space between is where the world sees ashes, but heaven sees foundation. Don't panic in the process. Don't try to rush your becoming. The new level is not a race. It's a sacred preparation, and preparation doesn't feel glamorous. It's pruning, it's quiet obedience. It's learning to be trusted with more. It's doing the inner work so your blessings don't crush you. Because what good is elevation if you can't sustain it? What good is a new level if you're still carrying the weight of unhealed wounds, unresolved identities, and unworthy thinking? This is why you must become new, not for applause, not for attention, but because your destiny deserves the healed, whole, awakened version of you. The world is waiting on that version. The people you're called to help, the lives you're called to, shift the doors you're meant to unlock. They are not waiting on your perfection. They are waiting on your transformation, your full emergence, your decision to become. And becoming is a decision, not a one-time moment, a daily choice. It's in how you speak to yourself. It's in how you treat your time. It's in what you entertain and what you reject. It's in the boundaries you uphold. It's in the silence you honor and the distractions you rebuke. Becoming new doesn't just happen. It's built choice by choice, thought by thought, alignment by alignment. You are not trying to be better. You are stepping into who you actually are beyond the conditioning of pain and limitation. Chosen one, the truth is, there will be days when the old you feels more familiar than the new one. That's not failure, that's friction, that's the pull of transformation. But you must remember the familiar is not always faithful. Just because you've known small illness doesn't mean it belongs with you. Just because you've known scarcity doesn't mean you're meant to carry it. Just because fear once felt like home doesn't mean it's your forever address. Your new level is unfamiliar because you've never lived there before. That's why you must build the identity to match it. You must declare boldly that you are not defined by who you were, but by who you are becoming. That is your divine right. You are here not just to survive the shift, but to lead it. You are not just being promoted in spirit. You're being called to embody the royalty that's always been in your DNA. And you must protect that identity, like treasure guard your energy, like your future depends on it. Because it does. You don't owe anyone an explanation for evolving. You don't have to justify your healing. You don't have to water down your light for those still choosing darkness you're not responsible for. Who misunderstands your elevation? You are responsible for becoming everything heaven whispered over your life. That means you have to unlearn the programming that told you to shrink. You have to unlearn the habit of playing it safe. You have to unlearn the cycle of proving yourself. You have nothing to prove. You have everything to become. You must reclaim your narrative. Reclaim your joy, reclaim your vision, reclaim your voice. And yes, it may feel like loss, but it is actually alignment. You are not losing. You are letting go to rise. Every system in your life must come into alignment now. Your thoughts, your choices, your routines, your relationships, they must reflect your new level. This is the refinement process, not punishment promotion. This is when your yes becomes louder than your fear, when your future becomes more important than your comfort, when you don't let the pain of your past distract you from the promise ahead. You are not on this path alone. Heaven is backing you. The universe is rearranging on your behalf, but it can only deliver what you are willing to align with. And if you're still aligned with fear, doubt, shame, regret, then your energy will keep recreating cycles of the old. You must disrupt that. You must choose higher. You must rise boldly into the you that your purpose has been waiting for. This is not the season to question your calling. It's the season to walk in it. It's the season to build, speak, write, create, and move with the audacity of someone who knows they are blessed, someone who understands that their alignment is not just about personal success, it's about generational transformation. You are not just becoming new for you. You are becoming new for your bloodline, for the people who will never meet you but will benefit from your breakthrough for the doors. Your transformation will open for others. You carry too much light to remain in the shadows, too much purpose to stay stuck, too much wisdom to keep entertaining cycles that drain you. You are not a victim of your past. You are a vessel of divine purpose. This new level is not accessed by pretending. It's accessed by aligning. Pretending kept you safe before, but alignment sets you free. You're not faking confidence anymore. You're cultivating it through your truth. You're not wearing a mask to be accepted. You're revealing your essence to walk in divine assignment. You are not seeking permission. You're embodying the permission you've already received from the higher realms. And that shift in posture changes everything. It changes how you speak, how you walk, how you carry your name. You've been underestimated, overlooked, and even doubted by those closest to you, but none of that matters now, because elevation isn't about being seen by others. It's about being recognized by your destiny. And your destiny has been waiting patiently for you to take your place. Not the place of fear, but the place of authority. Not the place of pleasing others, but the place of pleasing purpose. Not the place of hiding, but the place of owning. To walk into this new season, you must become consistent in your self-worth. You can't keep questioning your value every time someone can't see it. You can't keep delaying your dream because of temporary circumstances. Consistency is the frequency of transformation. Not just showing up when you feel inspired, but showing up because you are committed to your growth, committed to your calling, committed to walking as the highest version of you. Even when it's uncomfortable, this journey requires maturity. And maturity means choosing what's right over what's easy. It means saying no to distractions dressed in comfort. It means silencing the noise so you can hear the voice of clarity. It means being loyal to your evolution, even when no one is clapping for you. This is the season where the applause is internal, where the reward is the alignment, where the breakthrough is in the discipline. You're not waiting to be chosen. You are walking as the chosen. That's why it hurts sometimes. That's why it's quiet, because birthing new identity isn't loud. It's sacred. It's done in silence, in solitude, in surrender. The world may not understand it, but heaven celebrates it. Your angels aren't confused. They see you stepping into the exact blueprint you were created for. They see the shift in your energy, the upgrade in your boundaries, the elevation in your expectations, and they are moving things into position for you, because you are finally moving into position for yourself. But hear this, it will require more prayer, more clarity, more excellence, more awareness, more intentionality. This new level isn't about shortcuts. It's about strategy. You are being handed blueprints, not just blessings. You are being invited to co-create with destiny, not just wait on miracles. The miracle is already inside you, but it needs a disciplined vessel to manifest through. That means no more blaming, no more procrastination, no more maybe one day. Your one day is now. Your future is already forming. The life you dream of is being shaped in the actions you take today. You can't afford to live on autopilot. You can't keep shrinking to accommodate fear. you must take the leap, speak the truth, write the vision, launch the plan, heal the wound, release the old version of you that was never meant to walk into your future. Because elevation exposes, it reveals what can't go forward. It brings hidden patterns to light. It shows you what's still lingering in the shadows of your mind. And that's a gift, because what is exposed can finally be healed. You're not being punished by awareness. You're being empowered by it. Awareness is the first step to authority when you know what's holding you back. You are no longer a prisoner. You are a warrior with the ability to break chains. So break them. Break the silence you've been living in. Break the agreement you made with fear. Break the belief that says you're too late, too unworthy, too broken, too flawed. Those lies were never your truth. Your truth is powerful. Your truth is radiant. Your truth is rising. And when you live from that place, when you truly align with who you were created to be, you won't have to chase what belongs to you. It will find you. It will follow you. It will flow through you. You are stepping into a dimension where everything begins to respond to the frequency of your becoming. Your finances respond, your relationships align, your opportunities increase. Why? Because you finally believe, you finally trust the process. You finally release control and allow divine order to take the lead. And when you do that, you activate the highest laws of abundance and transformation, not because you worked harder, but because you aligned deeper. The old you survived, the new you build the old, you endured the new, you expand the old, you feared rejection, the new you honors truth. You are not just different, you are divine, and this new level is your reward for the courage it took to evolve. You were never meant to stay in the valley of indecision. You were always meant to ascend the mountain of purpose. Let this be the season you become the leader of your own transformation. Let this be the season you rise not just in spirit, but in power. Let this be the moment you finally understand that you are the shift, you are the breakthrough, you are the miracle someone else is praying for. And for that to manifest, you must become the version of you that heaven already knows. The truth is, you've been receiving signs, you've felt the nudges, you've heard the whispers, and now they are becoming louder, clearer. You cannot pretend not to hear them anymore, because the call is real and it's getting stronger. It's not just a feeling, it's a summoning, a pull from destiny saying, "Rise, you are ready, you are the one." The new level is not waiting on perfection. It's waiting on your yes. It's waiting on your decision to no longer betray your calling, to stay comfortable. It's waiting on you to choose authenticity over familiarity, to choose growth over applause, to choose purpose over distraction. And when you do, the floodgates open the path, clears the transformation, deepens everything around you, is shifting, because everything inside you is changing. You are no longer comfortable with surface level living. You crave depth now, authenticity, peace, purpose. That craving is a sign that you've outgrown the old version of yourself. That version served a purpose, but it can no longer carry the weight of where you're going. It's not strong enough to withstand the altitude. It's not bold enough to claim the inheritance you are becoming. And becoming requires shedding. You will have to shed mindsets that protected you in seasons of survival, but now block your expansion. You'll have to release the need to explain yourself. The real you doesn't negotiate with confusion. The real you doesn't sit at tables where you must prove your worth to be served in this season. You build your own table. You create your own lane. You make peace your home, not a vacation. And yes, there will be moments when you're tempted to go back to what was easy, back to what was predictable. But don't be fooled. Comfort is often the cage, the familiar is often the trap. You didn't go through all that pain just to return to a lesser version of yourself. You didn't endure years of silent battles just to give up. Now, you didn't survive every storm just to drown in fear when the sky finally clears. You are stronger than that, wiser, sharper. You've been prepared through fire, and now it's time to walk through the open doors with confidence, not apology. You're not a beggar. You're not a background character in your own story. You're the main character, the chosen vessel, the one who gets up even when it's hard, the one who says yes, even when it's scary, the one who shows up fully, no longer half living to make others comfortable. This version of you doesn't settle, this version of you doesn't chase, because what's divinely yours finds you. This version doesn't force. It flows. This version doesn't fear endings, it welcomes alignment. This version knows that loss is often protection, and redirection is a sacred gift. When your identity is rooted in purpose, you stop panicking about what's being removed. You start trusting what's being refined, and refinement is exactly what's happening now. The heat you feel, it's not punishment, it's purification. You are being polished into purpose, made ready for impact, sculpted by divine design. The version of you emerging from this season will carry a wisdom that cannot be taught in books. It's earned through obedience. It's shaped through surrender. It's lived through faith. This is the season where your inner world becomes stronger than the outer noise, where your boundaries are built not from bitterness, but from deep self-respect, where your vision is so clear you no longer let confusion play on loop in your mind. You're done doubting, done dimming, done shrinking to fit into places you've outgrown. The truth is, many won't recognize this new version of you. Some will question the transformation. Some will distance themselves. Not because you've changed for the worse, but because your light now exposes their darkness. Your clarity now challenges their confusion. Your rising now reminds them of where they've chosen to stay. But that's not your burden to carry. You are not responsible for the insecurities that your growth activates in others. Stay focused. Your elevation is not personal revenge, it's divine alignment. Your glow up is not just aesthetics, it's energetic, it's spiritual, it's sacred. You are not just changing what you look like, you are changing what you believe about yourself. You are shifting the way you speak, think, move, and create. This is an entire frequency upgrade. This is internal renovation. You are not simply stepping into a new chapter. You're stepping into a whole new book, one where the narrative no longer revolves around pain, scarcity, or waiting. This is the book where your purpose gets louder, where your gifts are unleashed, where your favor multiplies, where your wealth aligns. But the main character in this new book is a new, you bold, free, unapologetic, focused. This version of you doesn't settle for survival. This version builds legacy, speaks truth, stands tall in rooms where you were once silent. This version lets go quickly, forgives wisely, and protects peace fiercely. This version has no interest in rehashing drama or clinging to people who choose not to grow. The new you is here to soar, not to explain your wings, and soaring requires solitude. Sometimes not isolation, but divine separation. You may notice fewer people in your circle, and that's a gift because God is not shrinking your life. He's streamlining your purpose, removing distractions, separating you from what doesn't match your mission. Trust the exits, trust the silence, trust the gaps. They're not empty, they're sacred. Every part of this process is intentional. Every twist, every turn, every tear, none of it is wasted, and as you let go of who you were, you will find that everything starts aligning with who you were born to be. Your resources, your energy, your connections, your platform, your peace, your clarity, your purpose, but all of that is activated by your decision to become. not to try harder, but to become higher. This is a spiritual posture. This is identity at its highest level. This is when you stop reaching and start radiating. You stop begging and start becoming. You stop explaining and start embodying your energy. Says it all. Your peace proves it. Your focus confirms it, and your results will testify of it. So don't worry if others don't understand your silence. Don't explain your growth. Don't dilute your dreams. You are walking in divine timing. You are moving into divine positioning. And everything that was delayed, lost, or stolen in the last season is about to be restored, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. But the version of you that receives that restoration, it's not the old you, it's this new you, focused, free, faithful, fierce. You are not what happened to you. You are what you chose to become. After it, this new level is already opening. You may not see all of it yet, but you can feel it in your spirit, in your intuition, in your body. There's a stirring, a pulling, a knowing that says something is different. Now that feeling is not your imagination. It's confirmation. You are walking into the rooms you once only dreamed of. And not because of luck, but because you finally became the version of yourself that could carry what's waiting on the other side of obedience. You had to become someone new to handle the new life coming toward you. The person you used to be couldn't have managed the favor, couldn't have recognized the door, wouldn't have walked through the opportunity. That old self didn't have the capacity to sustain the weight of the blessing. But now you do, because you let yourself be refined, you let yourself be stretched, you let the fire transform you into gold. That's why the process was so intense. That's why it felt like everything was being stripped, because you were being rebuilt from the inside out. You weren't just healing, you were being fortified. You weren't just learning, you were being upgraded. Every battle taught you something divine. Every detour had purpose. Every heartbreak realigned you. Nothing was wasted. And now the version of you emerging from it all is the most powerful, clear-focused, and spiritually tuned version yet. And this version of you doesn't chase it, attracts it, draws in the resources, the people, the opportunities, and the abundance that reflect who you are becoming. You no longer try to force what doesn't align. You don't hold on to what can't grow with you. You don't negotiate with your purpose. You've entered a different arena. Now, one where peace is the currency and clarity is the compass. Chosen one, you are not stepping into the same world anymore. It may look similar on the outside, but internally everything is different because you're different. You see with new eyes, you discern energy quickly, you hear what's not said, you walk with a wisdom that others can feel. And that wisdom wasn't learned through books. It was born through becoming, through the fire, through the breaking, through the stillness. There is power in your stillness. Now power in your silence, power in your presence. When you enter a room, the atmosphere shifts, not because of volume, but because of vibration. You are no longer seeking power externally. You found it internally. And when power is internal, no one can take it from you. But this is where it gets real. This version of you must be protected. Not everyone can walk with you. Not everyone deserves access. Just because you've been loyal to someone doesn't mean they're aligned with your next level, and you cannot drag the unaligned into destiny. That's not love, that's sabotage. You must honor your growth enough to let go of what was once good, but no longer serves the version of you that is rising. Don't feel guilty for evolving. Don't feel bad for needing space. Don't apologize for protecting your energy. You are not being arrogant. You are being accurate. Accurate in your decisions. Accurate in your discernment. Accurate in your alignment. And this accuracy is essential because this next level is sacred ground.